Hi, hello, welcome to the 10th episode of the Digital Quill podcast. I almost said the Digital Quill Press or Media. You saw me pause there. How are you today? How are you? No, seriously, like, when I ask that question, I do genuinely want to know how you are, so do the comment thing. Excuse me. I've been fighting allergies and other things, and I gardened before this episode because it's been one of those mornings, man. It's one of those mornings. I didn't really come on here with a script per se, but we're just gonna gab. We're just gonna talk. Oh my god, damn it. Ugh. I look like ass. I feel like ass. Well, actually, I don't really feel like ass, but you know when like you have like a good morning and you ask for a sign for something and then you probably get a sign? No, it's not a sign. I actually was referencing a funny little joke I made on Twitter X. But I think it's funny anyway. But yeah, it's just you're fine and everything's genuinely and like generally okay. Like nothing's on fire yet, maybe. And hopefully nothing's on fire yet. But it's just there's just like that one thing that happens and then you got to take care of it and you're kind of like, man, you know, and it's like a thing you need. People with cars experience that. That's right, people with vehicles who they need to get. I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to let you take a moment to answer in the comments how you're doing and just what you're up to today, and just drop a hi. Let's hang out. Let's just take today's episode. You know, it's the 10th episode. I'm doing this casually for a lot of reasons. We've been here. If you've been here, we know why, kind of. I mean, there's a whole lot of interweaving webs of reasons why I'm doing this, but there's like the main ones too, and it's like, you know, trying to get better at speaking. And while I was actually running my weird little audio tests and video tests, because I was like, is this shit on? Is it on? But I was like, oh, one of everyone's biggest complaint with me is that sometimes my voice will get really quiet all of a sudden. Like when we're in loud places, especially. Like I will drop my volume, and I'm going to admit I don't always pay attention to that because I'm sorry. It's hard to when it's your own voice. Like I don't know. Do you hear how loud you talk? Because that might be an audio processing thing with me. Which now that I kind of figured that out a little bit and it kind of dawned on me, like, oh yeah, you're right. I do get really quiet in public spaces. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't maintain a normal fucking volume. Like, girl, speak, damn it. We can't hear you. Which is funny and ironic because only I feel that way. No. But it's funny and ironic because that's also one of the other complaints with this podcast, and I swear I'm going to work on the audio, guys. Eventually, maybe. I promise. There's like 500 other things I'm doing. I have ADHD. Unless you want to like be my hands and just take care of it for me while I watch how you do it for future reference, because that's the best way to teach me, especially when it comes to this stuff. I got nothing. I'm on my own here, and that's okay because this is my project. I don't want any of you to fucking drown with me, because sometimes there are days where you drown. And all the project work and management with social media and other things when you're like a content creator and blogger and soon to be author and now podcaster, and oh no, the existential dread is setting in. No, I'm kidding. It's not. I'm actually fine. Well, surprisingly, compared to like last episode, if some of you were here for that. Man, maybe I do have things to talk about. But yeah, sorry about last episode. I know a couple of you reached out and were worried. Thank you. But let's see. Trying to think. I don't like looking at myself right now because it's like really bright in this general area, and I don't know how to fix that. So it's like bright, and I don't like bright screen because Well, let's just say I'm traumatized with bright screen. Something happened. And it waits. I'm kidding. There's a story to that. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I completely forgot where I was going because I got distracted by the kitty cats. And the brightness. And the scary thing from earlier. And the fact that I moved too far away from the mic. So I don't even know if the audio caught all of that. And if it did, and you barely heard it, I'm sorry. This is actually going to be titled now, Voice Test. Because she's dumb. I don't know. That's actually not the title of this, but it's a working title. Today is both a gab sesh, just an off-the-wall tangent sesh, so you're gonna learn random fucking facts, and if you have ADHD, ADD, autism, any of the neurospicy things, like learning random things, or I guess, this is the internet, so you're probably one of those people, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the shit show. Going to the shit show with all of my friends. Yeah, hi. But yes, sorry about last episode. I know it kind of seems serious, but I really do, don't want to just be on here all the time talking about positivity and stuff, because yes, that stuff really matters, and yes, that is what I want to focus all of my attention and energy on, but there would be no positivity or understanding of it without the other side of it, and I don't want to just have all of those thoughts only in my head, because I know there are people who may not be able to express it themselves and might need someone to basically say what they're thinking or feeling, or maybe something. I know what that's like. I know what that feeling is like. I've been there. If you were there in the last episode, you know. But thank you for reaching out, and thank you for being a part of that, and thank you for still existing today. The sun is moving, so maybe the brightness is... I could just turn the brightness down. There's so many solutions to my problem. But yeah, in my audio tests, I was literally like, I could fix myself. So that's kind of one of the things I'm doing. I could literally fix myself. I could literally be more fucking self-aware and be like, I do speak too quietly. Let me use my voice for power. I can do it. Maybe. I can do it. Somehow I know it. I'll get heaven and something. Oh shit, I love that show. Anyway, the moment I realized what one of my song stems are from, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the other earworm that lives in my head forever, and then eventually I'll just sing it out of nowhere, like a ghost from my past. Thank you so much. Big shout out to a lot of people, actually. Because today's a gab sesh, the links today that I'm going to be sharing, which I implore you, please check them out. Please support the other people on this planet, because it all matters. Connection, community. Since we live in the age of the internet now, yay us, we get to experience this firsthand and be the ground zero people for a lot of this. Because the internet's still very new. There are still people around who remember when this didn't exist, when none of this was possible, and I kind of wonder what they have to say about it, so hopefully we can get them on an episode in the future. Be thinking about that, alright? Alright? Because, man, that'd be so cool to hear, stories from the before all of this was possible, because I'm going to be honest, I joined most of the internet around, the freaking... Let's see, I got my first Facebook freshman year of high school, alright? That's when I had that. Prior to that, I was on DeviantArt, and that's where I was making my online friends and stuff. I learned about so many awesome people through that. Some of them I'm still in contact with, some of them I'm not, some of them I'll probably never hear from again, and to this day I still hope they're doing okay, and I'm going to be honest, I am one of those people who will sometimes years later be like, I remember you. Let me check on you and like see if they're still thriving, cuz that's important to me. Like, I don't care if someone's done me wrong. Unless it's like an absolute, a grievous like betrayal of a human, you know, like some of the stuff that doesn't matter right now. It matters, but not right now in this context. Like I want what's best for people, and I want them to thrive. I want them to have a good life, because life is short. Having been in some very traumatic and dark places and seeing some of the worst sides of people, and like the worst sides of like what abandonment and other stuff can do, I just think that why wouldn't you want what's best for other people that you share this planet with? Why wouldn't you want to extend that? Like, you don't need to go out of your way to make it happen for them. You don't even need to think about them. You just need to not get in that way, I guess. I have some very deep-seated beliefs on that explain why I feel that way, and I don't know if many people will get it, so eventually we'll explore those together. But right now I don't feel entirely comfortable going into all of that, because I don't know. So insecurity, I guess you could call it. As you've seen in some of my blogs, people is one of the most important things to me. And I can't understand where all of the anger and hatred comes from. I mean, I can get it. Like, I understand. I can use logic and sense and stuff, but I guess after everything I've learned, it just doesn't make sense to me. Anger, spite, hate. Like, it takes so much of your power to do that. So much of you and your energy and your life force into hating and anger and stuff. And I don't want to be the person who's always angry, because once upon a time I was. I don't think you should have an incredibly angry at the world 6 to fucking 14-year-old. Because, yeah, I was incredibly fucking angry at the world and everybody in it and everyone, and I don't know. After going through that at such a young age, I just can't understand throwing hatred and spite at people. Anytime I even get close to that or do cross into that territory, I have to pull myself back, because it's like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing to them, and what am I doing to myself? Like, this isn't good. This needs to be corrected. That probably adds into my giant pool of reasons for self-isolation, which is also a habit I'm trying to break, if not balance at least. Because I think you can have both. I think you can self-isolate in your own little cave, in your own little world, podcasting from your basement in your cabin in the woods somewhere, writing your stories. And I think you can also be a part of a community and friends and family. So I'll see if that works. I'll let you know in the next 20 to 75 years. Man. So the story from earlier. And I want to give you a minute after that, because I know that was a lot. I'm sorry. I can speak, can't I? I am also wired on caffeine, adrenaline from this morning. So take a moment, just a few moments, and decompress, do some square breathing. Breathe in through your nose, out. Okay. Now that you've had a moment to breathe and decompress, and yes, I really hope you did that, because breathing with your diaphragm in through your nose and getting all the oxygen and doing little breathing techniques helps blood flow and circulation, and there's a lot of studies on it that tell you it's good for you. And after practicing some of it myself, it is good for you. I can attest to that. I hate that that's true, because that means that's something I have to focus on and do. I can't just do naturally yet. So, I implore my wisdom upon to you, or something. I endow my wisdom upon you. Maybe you can correct me in the comments. That's okay. I don't mind that. So, literally do that. Do that and then put an asterisk so I know that it's a correction, because I'm going to look at these and I'm going to be like, yeah, you're right. Or, we'll talk about that. No, I'm kidding. Too bright. Okay, I can work with that. The story from earlier, on one of the reasons why I'm so fucking scrambled brain-wise, and that's one of the worst things when you have, fucking mental illness, or not mental illness, but the neurological disorder of ADHD and autism. I incorrectly said that. For me, after dealing with it, it's all in the same umbrella of things that I have to focus on and work on. But scientifically and socially saying and speaking and stuff, it's actually a lot more nuanced than that, and you should respect that, Mars, you fucking dumbass. But yeah, you get frazzled easily by surprise events, and sometimes it's hard to it's hard to do a lot of things. And it's not hard, it's just I don't know, your brain goes through a few cycles and processes, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, and then you're like, okay, it's a mess, it's a havoc, it's crazy. And the reason it was fucking crazy this morning is I was in the middle of recording a TikTok, and I can barely remember what the subject was. I kind of remember it was some subject after I had done a whole thing. It was funny. I have a personal story to that I don't want to just give the entire internet. So that one I'll keep to myself, of all the thousands of stories I share. But yeah, I was asking for a sign before this video. I won't give the context. There we go. Haha. That's also something I'm working on, trying to get to the fucking point, because I'm so bad at that. Oh god. But I was trying to ask for a sign before the TikTok video, because it was something regarding to the TikTok video after I had seen it. And I was like, I'm asking for a sign, blah, 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 because I was just kidding around, kind of, not really, sort of, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, and I was in the middle of recording the video of my TikTok video, and kind of a sort of a response to it, and I was gonna sort of I don't know, talk about why I made the comment I did about oh, I remember now. I remember it all. Okay, I was gonna kind of make a comment about why I said what I said, because my comment had been removed then approved. Removed and approved, as is the TikTok way. But yeah, I was making a video about that, and about the video, and about why I said what I said, and then I was gonna talk about why it's personal to me, 'cause I do that. And fucking In the middle of that, I was about to get to the very last segment of the video because I was cutting it up into segments and stuff. In the middle of that, I dropped my fucking phone. Yep, I just drop it. It just goes, woo! And I'm like, sitting there like, oh no. And I pick it up off the ground, intending to keep recording because I'm like, oh, it's probably okay. I've dropped it like this before. And it's not. And I'm not saying like there's new cracks. I mean, one of the cracks got deeper, so that's cool. But the slight bleed that I was having an issue with is now more of an issue. And let's just say it was a struggle to get it to turn off. And I'm going to have to fix that. But I'm also tempted to not fix that, if you know what I mean. I do everything. Mostly everything. There are some things I have to do with my phone. But I might be getting a burner. This one's almost paid off, and it seems like a good time for it to die. And it also seems like a sign from the universe. Because the thought I had immediately after my phone dying on me in my hands was, I have so much time to work on the book now. Fuck May. Fuck finishing it up all in May. I have so much time now with a broken phone. That means no TikTok videos. I mean, unless I record somehow through this. Or, no, it'd have to be through this somehow. That means no fucking around. Mostly on TikTok. Yeah, that's kind of what takes up most of my time now, because I'm recording a lot of drafts and doom scrolling, because that's where I've been making friends. And then I've been hanging out on X, because that's where I've made other friends. And then I've been hanging out in Discord a lot too. What has happened to me? So many things have changed. Like, so much. And I keep looking back at it, like, how many more things are changing, and I'm like, oh my god, why are the changes still coming? Not everything is changing in the way I want it to yet, but it's almost there. Everything, like, I feel like, so, I figured it out the other day. I was like, there's so many things changing around me, and I've, like, gone through a lot of milestones and jumped through a lot of hoops, and I'm, like, doing a lot of the things and making a lot of the marks that I thought I'd be making at some of the points that I'd be making, and a little bit behind. But then I was like thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute, because I was like, right, like just like that. I was like, I have not accomplished some of the bigger things I want, like being a wife, fucking children and family and a home, and like living on my own, because I have plans for that one, and just. There's a lot of things that bigger things that I thought I'd be doing and thought I'd have and thought I wanted and still want and still do. And I was like thinking about it, and it dawned on me. I was like, wait a minute. There's a lot of little things I've overcome. Like some things with my autism and ADHD, some things with PTSD, some things with my past, some things with my current, some things with just a lot of things. And it's messy. It's not been fun. Some of it's been hard. Very hard. Oh god, so hard. But I've gotten through a lot of fucking shit and made a lot of breakthroughs. Tiny little breakthroughs that at first didn't seem like much, but then they started piling on. And it dawned on me. I was like, oh shit. A lot of the milestones and like things that I've jumped through, like, they're just a little side quests. Like, they're just all the tiny little shit. Because a couple years ago, I was like, all right, I always pay attention to the bigger picture because that's what you're building all of these blocks for. And then I started to say, like, pay attention to the smaller things, like the little moments and the little things that you do. And, like, pretty much one of the sayings of, I forget what the name of it is, but it is, not every day you're going to be able to put in your 100%. As long as you put in 8% and keep going and keep like putting in a little bit of work, a little bit of effort, a little bit of energy, a little bit of time, because all of that is your biggest resource and your only resource really. like you keep moving. Like if you put in nothing, if you put in zilch, nada, nothing, like at all, like you're not going to do anything. You're just going to wither, disappear, fade. Honestly, you're not even going to really do those things, because I feel like with those things, you could probably, like, in theory, come back with a little bit of work, but just pretty much cease. And that's not okay for people who, I don't know, just people in general, because our whole point is to live and experience and connect. So yeah, I was like, oh shit, a lot of the little things that I'm doing are just adding up to the big picture, the big goals. And I was like, I think the big goals that I'm not supposed to achieve right now are X, Y, and Z. Because if you think about it, all of the little things that I'm doing, the walls I'm breaking down and stuff, like if I did some of the big goals as the person I am now, or like was like a year or 2 or 3 or 5 or 6 or 10 years ago, like, would I be able to appreciate it? Would I understand it? Would I be able to keep it? Would it actually be something that I acquired as a goal with plans? Or would it just be there? And I think if I want it to matter, and I want those things to count, and I want them to be as healthy and good and positive as possible, then all of the things I'm doing now are just adding up to those things later. And that's why my whole model of let me give you my time and keep going, humans of Earth, is that it's the testament. It's the broadest, loudest testament I can give you to just keep going. It's the little fucking moments. It's the little joys. And sometimes it doesn't seem like much at the beginning. And sometimes you have to hold on to those little joys. Cradle them for dear life until you're able to, like a dragon, acquire more and keep acquiring more with the joys that you have. And those little things, they really do add up to so much more. I think I have literally every single one of you to thank for that. So thank you. Cats are distracting, by the way. It's like MMA in here. I'll give you another little moment. Let's practice some more breathing. Yay! I need to figure out how to flip this camera because I hate it when it does the whole, I think there's no hope. I hate it when it does the whole flip thing, so I'm gonna need to figure that out, and sound, and how I'm going to do the guest episode that isn't in person on May. Not to giving away the exact date yet if I haven't already. If you would like access, I can share it with everyone, the calendar that I created with the intended use of sharing it with the community, having it like a community calendar, but that's a work in progress, and I have other ideas that I want to decide on first. I think I'm getting to that point where I'm going to need to start getting less shy and asking people, hey, directly, I can't pay you, but can you do X, Y, and Z for me? And I think in return, I can do X, Y, or A, B, and C. But here's the thing. This is why it's a solo mission. And I should have been giving you a moment, sorry. All right. Because it's a solo action, I don't know what I have to offer people. Uh, Even though I can logically probably look at what I have to offer, I am under the most obvious or the most general impression that I am. I don't want to say a burden or useless or unworthy or anything like that, but those are some close words that come to mind. And I know that's not entirely true. I mean, it could be just a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe I have something to offer. I mean, other than my time, other than just my existence. Oh God, I'm hopeless. But yeah, no, my phone exploded, and that is kind of stressful because I don't really I have that to figure out. I have a lot of that to figure out. And there's that. There's also the idea that I'm like under stress for like other reasons, 'cause I did mention that there are big goals I have not achieved yet. And every day those bother me. And yes, I mean also like in general, last couple of days have actually been kind of good and stuff, 'cause like I actually been making some friends, sort of, kind of. Good news has happened, and just a lot of other things. But I like getting good news from friends. Please share with me your good news. I did not create the dearmars2023@gmail.com email just because I wanted people to like come to me with advice. I also wanted people just to say, hi, hey, what's up? How's it going? I need a friend right now or something. 'Cause, I don't know, digital letters, it's already a void you can talk to in case I don't reply right away, but I tend to check my emails a lot because I'm usually anxious about job offers and opportunities and also other things that I'm just anxious about. I hate having to show emails to my fucking therapist. It's one of the most stressful and embarrassing things ever, because just there's a lot of reasons for that, and I don't want to go into that. Gabbing sesh, gabbing sesh, gabbing sesh, gabbing sesh, gabbing sesh. One of the things that's distracting me is the fact that I have a list of people, like a huge list of people I want to include, and I'm kind of thinking that the entire description of this episode is literally gonna be just that list. Like, I'll have like a one line or something, because I'm literally planning this out. Maybe my friend was right. Maybe I do need someone to bounce ideas off. I'm shy. We just went over this, and we also just decided that I'm fucking hopeless. I'm kidding. I'm not. We're working on it in real time with everybody to watch, because why not? It's actually like kind of one of the original ideas I had when I wanted to like share my story and stuff growing up and stuff, is like, I don't know, once I started like paying attention to the internet from like when I was like on DeviantArt and stuff, and I started listening to other people, because that's like when it really started clicking for me that other people like also had like the same thing that I had, and like they were trying to work on it too. And there were just like, I mean, it didn't not dawn on me that other people had shit to work on. I mean, come on. I don't live in my own fucking head all the time. I mean, I do, but not like that. But like, there's a difference in like listening and like knowing and like feeling and like being there and hearing about it versus just having a general sense of it. And I need you to just have like little Mars in your mind for a second. I know this is weird, but just 1 second and think about how many friends she had. She didn't have a lot growing up between most of her school years. Like, it wasn't until the end of high school, which, by the way, was when she was online, that she started to understand other people and was given a chance to understand other people that weren't just the adults in her life who treated her like a child or like an emotional punching bag or an emotional crutch or like an adult because of some of the things she went through. Okay? So, like, little Mars didn't have a lot of other peers to listen to and talk to for a while, other than her cousins and other shit. So it was a very lonely and dark life, and I am so thankful for so many of the fucking people I've gotten introduced to and met and spoken to, and I am also heartbroken for some of the people we have lost. I think about them a lot. We still talk about you. But yeah, like, the internet is important and monumental, and the point I was making before going on that tangent was this. After realizing so many people had other stories, after seeing that and feeling that, not just knowing that, I wanted to share my experiences because I know what it's like not having someone to listen to, not having someone to understand, not having someone who has empathy for you and isn't gonna fucking judge you for being fucking human. We are all human. Some of us cross into that line into monsters, and we're not talking about those fucking people right now. Because they're not people. They don't matter in this conversation. You and I, right here, right now, talking to each other, in the comments, hanging out, what the fuck ever. This is what matters. We are all trying to get better. We're all trying to find and live the best versions of ourselves in the best lives possible. We all want freedom. We all want connection. We all want love. We all want peace. We all want harmony. Tell me that's not fucking true. I mean, we can have a little chaos and destruction here and there. That's okay. Destruction does breed creation. But not like that. You know what I mean? So, I want to use my experiences to help that. I want to bridge connections. I want to help other people heal. I want to have other people have their voice heard, even if it's through mine, because they are voiceless at the moment. I know what it's like to be voiceless. I'm working on mine still. I was taught how to have one, then it was ripped from me. Now I'm trying to teach myself again. And I think we can do it together. You and I. All of us. As one people. One people. One planet. And yeah, we might explore the other ones maybe one day. Who knows? I'm doubtful. We'll leave the planet in my lifetime, but I might get surprised. Different conversation for a different day. But one people, one planet. I think we can make it happen. Oops, I think we can make that happen. No spatial awareness, good job. Way to embarrass yourself in front of the public like you do all the time. Good job. But yeah, that's the thing. That's it. That's why I do this. That's why I try, and I want to even have the embarrassing moments, because there's a line in a song that goes, how does it go? I can't play it on here, which is a goddamn shame, but whatever. Can't use my own Spotify. I want to feel pride and shame, something like that. Like, anyway, the context is I want to feel all the emotions. I want to feel all the highs. I want to feel all the lows. And that's monumental to a human, or I guess not monumental, but for me, that's monumental to my human experience. I want to feel all the emotions because I know what the extremes are. I've been through the extremes. Thank you, therapy, for helping me with that. Some of the tools I have are invaluable. Holy crap. I do recommend everyone have at least 3 months of a session. At least 3 months. Just learn a few things about yourself, and maybe those are foundation building blocks you'll have for the rest of your life. I don't know. Just try it out. There's all different types. Just try. Just try. And I know that seems like an advertisement for that one fucking thing that's been going around, but it's not. Again, do I need to remind you it is a one-person show? I do not make a lot off of this. So if you tip me after this episode because you want to help me with my phone problem, I'm kidding. You don't need to do that. Please don't do that. Please, for the love of God. I would rather just do it on my own. I hate asking for help. It gives me so much pain and anxiety. Asking for help is like pulling teeth, but worse. It's like making an incision on yourself for surgery, or what's worse than that? It's like making an incision on yourself for surgery without anesthesia, while you're walking over a hot bed of coals, while there's firewalls around you, while there's aliens shooting lasers. I don't know, but I'm imaginative. I'm sorry. I pictured every single detail of that, and the visuals were amazing. 4K vision. I want to use my experiences to make this world a better place. I want to leave it behind better than I found it. Because I came into it at such a dark place. I went to such a dark place once upon a time. A lot of people are not lucky enough to make it out alive, and I wouldn't even call this luck. But maybe it is. I don't know. I have a weird definition of luck. So, yeah. Keep going. Keep sharing your time. Keep taking up space. Keep being fucking human. Morph into a furry once in a while, 'cause Lord knows I want to sometimes. I'm kidding. I do not. Furry adjacent. I don't know what that would be called. There's actually a name for that. But there you go. Another embarrassing truth. You have so many of these by now. I hope you're happy. You could have dirt on me. Yay, good for you. I do not mind giving it up. Honestly, it makes for a good show sometimes, 'cause sometimes I will be sitting back on life and letting it happen to me, and I'll be eating popcorn watching it go on like, oh wow. Huh. And then when I come back into the reality and I'm like present again and not just letting life happen, I'm like, huh. Alright, time to take some notes and learn some things and take some more notes and catalog that information and put that over there and over there and over there, and oh wow, I didn't know that before, and ooh, that's new information, and wow, I kind of saw that one coming. That one's kind of obvious. That one makes sense. Yeah, it's a whole process, and if you saw how my brain works, so I can't describe it. You just have to see it. But one of the best ways to describe it that might give a little bit of a hint is, you know that one meme where it's that one person who's looking like that and there's all that algebraic text and like math and stuff that I don't understand. I think it might be chemistry too. I don't know. But my brain looks like that when I all the time, but also like every channel on TV all at once with every playlist playing with just it looks like chaos in there sometimes. And that's why I garden, because if I didn't, the chaos would be so loud and insufferable that I mean, it's not always insufferable. Most of the time it is. You've seen my tics when I talk out loud to myself and go on tangents, and you probably understand this to some degree, and I don't want to say it's worse, because I don't know what it's like inside your head. But all I'm saying is you don't want to be inside mine, man. I'm here all the time. We have Zumba over there, we have jazz over there, we have everything I've ever been through right there. Everything anyone has ever told me that they've been through is also right over there and over here. And then it's all right there, and then it's all right there. And that's why I write. Because if I don't, create, I die. Those are the terms. That is the terms of my contract agreement with my whatever this is. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. Or maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I'm supposed to say that aloud. I don't know. Which, that actually, thinking about that and kind of like pretending and projecting that image in different formats, because I also do that. My brain feels like a computer sometimes. I was able to see different stories, so I can actually use all of that. I might have a fun future book, so if you're watching this episode in about 5 to 10 years from now, there's going to be an interesting fantasy that comes our way. That's actually one of the book subjects I want to tackle after 21 Days Gone is like a fantasy sci-fi. A series I want to tackle, I have ideas for that I've been thinking about off and on, is modern technology and like magic, but not like the kind of magic like Wizarding World of Harry Potter or Magic the Gathering. Maybe closer to that, but more like elven and fairy, the fair folk magic, like the Fey realm and stuff. Let's see. Yeah. I have some good ideas for that now. You were just here for a monumental moment and some stories I've been developing. Is that the kind of author I am? Oh God. That's what Panzer means. I need to delegate with some of my author friends on Twitter X, but I'll come back to you for what the kind of author I am. That's cool. I might have just figured something out. Another thing out. Yes, we're figuring things out live on camera. That's cool. Alright, cool. Hopefully you figured out things too today for yourself. Like maybe like listening to this podcast or whatever like gives you like a moment of, I don't know, freedom to like not listen to the rest of the world or something. I don't know what it does for you. You'll have to tell me. You'll have to tell me because I'm stupid. I'm mostly stupid. I may sound smart. I may look smart. I may do smart things. Those are mostly accidents, probably. I'm not sure. I feel like there are quotes about wisdom and stupidity, and a wise person often looks stupid because they still have more to learn or something like that. I don't know. Some sage wisdom like that. Something like that. My thing might be resolved soon, and I actually need to get going to work soon. So here's what we're going to do. We have talked about it twice, at least, I think. I've been trying to keep count and like remember the things I talk about in episodes so I don't have to watch myself. I'm kidding. It's getting a little easier to do this. Just a little. It's not I'm not there yet. We're still shaky. We're still nervous. We're still squirrely. But we're almost there. Halfway there and I'm on my way. I can feel it. I'm trying to also get comfortable with being my whole self and not just half of myself or 75 or 95% of myself. Like, I do have a problem where I have like 5 to 10% of myself closed off to everybody, including me at any given moment because of things I've been through. So I'm trying to work on being 100% myself. And I do mean 100, maybe even 110. I hate my smile. I hate it so much. People say they like it, and I've been trying to smile more because they say they like it, and I want to do things that please people, but I hate it. Fucking hate it. So fucking much. I will always hate it, just like I hate my fucking nose. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it all. I can't stand it. I want to get plastic surgery, but also that goes against my beliefs. That I've tried to change because I really do hate my face enough to consider plastic surgery. And I can't. That's like one of the things that I just can't back down on for me. I don't care what other people do. That's like your divine right. Like, please go ahead and do what makes you happy. But getting plastic surgery, I know will not make me happy. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it might make my problem worse. Which I don't want. I don't want my already fucking weirdness with this to be worse. Because if that gets any worse than it is, it's manageable now. Alright? It's manageable. I can manage this disgust with my physical self, but I don't want to have to manage more of this problem. All right, it took a lot to get here. I'm still not there, so shh. Or I don't know what I'm shushing you over, but maybe it's myself I'm shushing. Anyway, I've talked about it twice, and I'm trying to get better about things. So we're going to do another breathing exercise. And I know you were probably waiting for that, huh? You were probably thinking, this bitch is going to say fucking breathing exercise again, isn't she? Oh, God. No, I don't want to breathe. You need to. It's good for you. I promise. Breathe with me. I gave you crazy eyes, so do it. I'm enjoying being dramatic, like, for fun. Because I don't usually get to, like, do this. And I was robbed of childhood, like, of childhood and also child theater experience, which was probably for the best, maybe. I don't know. I'll never know. But now I get to enact all of that rage and be dramatic as I want to be. If you saw one of my latest TikTok videos, you'd understand. You'd get it. You'd get how dramatic and spicy I can be. That's something that is a part of me that I want to lean into because it's kind of fun to me. Like, I enjoy it, and I guess maybe not everyone will, and maybe that's okay because maybe there will be people who do and maybe there won't be, and I just enjoy it on my own. And it's what makes this entertaining enough for people to help me get monetized so I can help other people get monetized. And wow, that's the answer to my problems all along. It's just lean into myself. But, yep, breathing. So there are different breathing exercises you can do. And the 3 that I do the most, one of them I was taught by my mother. It is square breathing. Breathe into the count of 4, hold to the count of 4, release to the count of 4. Repeat. You can also breathe in to the count of 4, hold. Oh, you can breathe in, hold to the count of 4, and then release to the count of 4. You can do a lot of variations on that. I mess with those. You can also do a different set of numbers. So you can start with breathing into the count of 3, release, breathing into the count of 4, release, breathing into the count of 5, release, and gradually increase that number. Don't go too high, though. It does take training. Just do what feels right to you, but breathing in helps everything, and I implore you to do that. There's a lot of YouTube videos that I've used. I might try to find them so I can link them to this episode. But yeah, just breathe. Breathing is really good for you. It calms the nervous system. When you're stressed out, it kind of helps out. As I said earlier, my wisdom to you. There you go. I hope it helps. I do not want this to be the longest episode ever because I don't like that I can gab for fucking hours, because who likes that? Who wants to hear me talk for hours? It sounds ridiculous. There's nothing, like, no, I don't even want to hear myself talk for hours. So, no. I don't want this to be the longest episode. as I said earlier, comment with what you're doing today. I would copy and paste this from my TikTok video, but I can't because of my phone. So, I mean, I could. No, I can't. I already tried that. I'm going to ask a series of questions, and I want you to, like, answer them in the comments, whatever question you want, because I ask these questions in, like, descriptions sometimes on videos just to see if people are paying attention to descriptions. Answer, sometimes they are. Sometimes they are. I definitely pay attention when I stay long enough on a video. I'm like, oh, I see. Especially if I, like, see that there's description and I'm not just scrolling. But, yeah, so first question. Favorite dinosaur? I love asking this question. I've been seeing the meme where people are like, no one asks you your favorite dinosaur. Well, now I'm going to. I'm going to ask everybody. What is your motherfucking favorite dinosaur? Mine is the pterodactyl. Or anything that flies. I do consider the dodo a dinosaur, so I'm going to say that that one is my favorite too. And since I am a huge fan of giant sharks, for some fucking reason, of course, I love the megalodon. Duh. It's an awesome shark. It is the first thing that killed me in Ark Survival Evolved. The very first thing that killed me the first time I ever played that game, because I had no idea what was going on. And I had ended up in the water and I didn't know you can drown. Anyway, side tangent. What's your favorite dinosaur? Tell me. Tell us all. Tell the entire internet, or at least everyone who sees this episode, what your favorite dinosaur is. Everybody on the floor, we're gonna walk the dinosaur. Ooh, ah, ooh, 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 ah. I'm trying to get comfortable with singing, because I know it's just a hobby to me, music and stuff, but it's a hobby I want to share with other people, and if I'm not comfortable singing in front of people, how the fuck can I share it? So, ooh, everybody, ooh. And I fucking hate myself sometimes. Oh my god. Please laugh. Please be enjoyed by this, or please be happy. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. But, let's see. Second question. Dog or cat? And truthfully, there is only one correct answer, so I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to give you a couple of seconds. Dog or cat? Ding, ding, ding. The correct answer is all animals. If you are not a fan of all animals and all living creatures, get out of here. I'm kidding, don't go. Come back. I'm kidding. I don't care what you do. Just do whatever. But why? Why aren't you a fan of all animals? You only like one? Only one animal you like? What's your favorite fucking animal? Dog or cat? Really? You're only going to choose dog? I mean, I know the question is very basic. It's dog or cat and it ends there. But you could literally be like, what the heck do you mean? Dog or cat? I don't like either. I like all animals. All animals are cool. I mean, I guess you would say that if you had a dream of being a zookeeper once upon a time, or like an animal rescuer. Well, I guess zookeeper / animal rescuer, where you had your own private land so you could like help people and animals who needed homes. I had a lot of dreams that I let go because there was one clear dream that I was going to be able to make happen no matter what. So I went with that, which is writing. Which I'm not to say the other dreams are going to happen, but to make like being a an animal conservator, and like having a property where I help people and animals, and like, you know how much schooling I would need for that, and how many good grades I would need to go into like zookeeping and then like private property ownership, and then like you know how much I would need to come from a wealthy family for that kind of dream. Okay, I don't have that, and I'm on my own for that. So maybe I'll make it happen, or maybe I'll help fund people who will make it happen. Who knows? Life is short and also long. Third question. Because the last question was dog or cat. Only one correct answer. Third question. I know everyone asks your favorite color, but I like that. Plus, it helps me figure out graphics for people. I don't know. Graphics for people, because I want to change everything about the logos and graphics and stuff, because I have ideas. I just don't. I don't know. See, I need help. Of course I need help. Why wouldn't I need help? Not, I can't. This is not a one-person job. You know how many. Anyway. Favorite color. I know that's such a stupid question. Favorite group of colors. Favorite shade. Favorite. No, actually. Favorite color grouping. That is the actual question. I like dark colors, like the low vibration colors, like violets and deep blues and greens and stuff. For some reason, my eyeballs are like, ooh, or darker color, darker shade, less light in it. Nice. That might be because my eyes are blue, green, and gray sometimes. Oh god, it's almost the longest episode. Okay, final question. I asked this earlier, but this might be good for engagement and also to see if what people like about this and what people don't. So, what is your favorite thing so far about the last 10 episodes with this podcast? What do you like about the digital quill so far? What should I keep doing no matter what? No matter how much I change, what is the one thing you like so much that I should not? I'm not going to give you time to answer that one with me on camera. I'm actually going to get the heck out of here. As always, people of Earth, humans of Earth, creatures of Earth, you know what to do. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep going. Mars out.